Hey guys, so I've got a few things. I probably will end up finding some more eventually, but this here is some of the unreleased guns we have. Now, I made a video maybe going back more 6 months, 7 months ago, and I did include the crossbows. And fortunately enough, the crossbows did in fact get added in the very most recent update, which is 1.21. Now, here I have a lot. Now, if you're a massive console player, you'll know about this. This is the M249. You can spawn it in-game, but you can't use it. And obviously, you've got the constant flashing effect at the front from the firearm. But, so, I'm going to include all the attachments as well that you can find with these. Now, the interesting one is, in fact, what I'm going to show here, which is the Groza. But I'm going to start over here. So, this is the M249, obviously, given. With this, currently in-game, this is the para version. So this means you don't have a polymer stock, you have the skeleton stock, which can be retracted when, obviously, if you need it to. Very much like a normal stock. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter. But this has a 200 round magazine, and it has a polymer and a metal a metal plate at the front, so you have the option whether to have your Picatinny rails, so you can put stuff on like lights and such. Now that would go back and forth whether I zoom in, but this is the polymer one, very similar to the ones for the M4. If you don't have the Picatinny one, you can't put anything to it. Now you have a bipod as well, which is a given, that would be attached to here, and it will be retracted. So very basic when it comes to the M249. It does have a Picatinny on top, so expect to be able to put ACOGs, red dots and stuff on it whenever it does come out, because it would be awesome to see, especially if you're a big fan of PC as well. You have something to basically add on to it, because PC obviously allows a lot of the guns such as the PKM, M60 and so on. Next is the PM63. Now let me just open this aside to get the full name. It is the PM73 rack. Now I believe this is a Russian submachine gun developed in the USSR times, and it comes with a 15 to 25 round magazine. Now I do believe obviously this gun is known to be one that folds. If you played Black Ops 1, it's in there. So this stock comes round, folds to the front. This foregrip comes back, folds, and so on. Now, I'm not going to risk picking these up because I do not want to crash my game. And I did spawn something in earlier, which is it's like a stim pistol, and it crashed my game. So I had to set up all this again. Now, I would believe that is chambered in 9x19 or the smaller caliber that you would see for the Makarov, and I can't remember the name. I'll obviously get back to you with it. I'll probably put it in the bottom here. But it's the smallest caliber in Dayz currently. So you've got that. Next is the Groza, very notorious gun, especially if you play the likes of PUBG. This gun is chambered in 7.62, but I'll correct myself if I'm wrong post edit. Now, the Groza comes with a lot of things. It's got a 20 round mag here, but it comes with two receivers. You have a lower receiver here, and you've got a lower receiver grenade launcher here. Now, this grenade launcher one should take the grenade launcher, but I don't believe in the 40mm we have in game. Now, the 40mm in game is too large for this one, as I believe this one takes a 30mm, which is a standard Russian grenade launcher size. It also comes with a scope, a flash hider, I believe it's called in this. It just says short. It's just a short barrel, but it also has here next to it a suppressor. Pretty cool things, and I'll definitely recommend if the devs do watch, please allow us to have this, because it comes with a lot of customizations, and I believe a lot of people will be very happy. I don't believe it has a Picatinny rail, but I do think if they was to bring it in very similar circumstances to the AK, where it comes with the little sight picture, or well, the little attachment pic that comes with it, very much like we have with the PSOs. So that would be very awesome to have if Dayz do indeed see this. But next up, we have an RPG. Now the RPG in this game, it comes stock with the HE. Well, this here is an AP round. In game, as you see here, we have a HE and we have an AP. Now this one here we have is pretty much the standard definition of an RPG 7's AP round. And these two here are just separate spawns. One of these is a HE, one of these is an AP, but they are both HE in game. Now the HE version, also known as fragmentation version, is very much just like a thin shell, and it has a shit ton of shrapnel. But that is very much it for the RPG. There's nothing else much here, and I wish they had. I remember them having a law, and I'll obviously double check before I finish this video for extras, because I have forgot to include a couple. The next up here is the MP133, which is a Mossberg. This one comes with a pistol grip, and obviously very much like the original in game, which is the MP133 pump shotgun. Next up, we do have the shot pistol. Well, I'm going to call it tasers. It comes in a yellow and a black. Now, I believe these are the X50 tasers, very common seen in policing these days, especially within the UK and the US. It might be X50, it might be X30. Now, some of these, I'm not going to pick these up. I've allowed myself so you can see it. I do believe if I do pick these up, I'll probably end up crashing. But you can see all the parts here. And I'm probably going to use a 249 later as a thumbnail. But as soon as you pick these up, you can't drop them. So, and I'd rather go around showing you guys these when I can. Right. So these are the tasers. Obviously, you have a shot cartridge. Now, I believe these are single shot. You have to find other. But I'm not going to exactly confirm or deny. I believe these are just something you shoot and it's one shot is expended. Now, very much similar to how they are IRL. Now, this one here is very similar to the IJ70. This is a Makarov PMM, but this is a suppressed version, and this has a 8-round magazine, very similar to the ones we have in game, which takes .308, I think. No, it's not .308. I'll come back to it. I'll correct myself. I completely forgot what it is. You know what? Let me just check. Pull it up here. It is a box. If I type in box, it should come up. .380. So very similar. Yeah. .380 or 38 ACP or 38. I think that is exactly what that will use as well, the PM63. But this comes with a 8-round magazine, like I said, but it also has a special suppressor for itself. And I believe when in place, it acts very much like an integral suppressor, and is a much more silent that you would find with the current IJ17 game. It's that, or this will take 9x19 to very similar to what the Russians created, which was the 9x. I think it's 9mm Makarov. But yeah, I will quickly go through, and obviously I will set another table area somewhere around here if I did miss anything. Yeah, I did. This here, if you don't know what it is, and I beg you guys do, this is the United States Army's version of the greatest rocket launcher ever made. Now, this is a M72 LAW. This was a fire and forget rocket launcher. I'm not too sure how Dayz would like to replicate it, but essentially, you'd fire this bad boy from this bad boy, and whatever you shot it at goes boom. Now, this was very common to see back in the early 60s and 70s, as it was the first fire and forget rocket launcher Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And thousands of these was made. Very much like the RPG, thousands, but this was one that was designed to, you shoot it and you just forget about it, as you cannot use it again. Now, I can guarantee Daisy will obviously find a way where you can load it. As you can see, something's inside there, and it's that. But yeah, I think these will be mainly used to be shot at vehicles, especially because the RPG here has an AP version. So, as you see, AP at the end of that. But yeah, these are very cool. Hopefully these do get added. I will do one final check to make sure this is everything. If not, I'll come back to you.